Hi, crafty friends. Today I'm showing you what I bought at Michael's and also showing you what I'm giving away. This video will also include stash building tips as well as tips for how to be a more sustainable or eco-friendly crafter. So in my recent Michael's shopping trip video, I mentioned that I was going to share some of the goodies I bought via a giveaway. So to enter that giveaway, please head to that video. But I've also decided to do a giveaway in this video. So some of what you see in this video will be given away to another person. I think that's really confusing, but I'll explain more in just a bit. But first, let me show you what I bought. The first thing I got was a mini ATC size clear ring bound album. It's so cute and I can't wait to fill it. And the next thing is a die set that reminds me of lacy trim. I can't wait to die cut this from black and white paper. I think it's going to be a really nice way to embellish some pages. Next, I bought this stamp set, which is so adorable. I felt like it would be good for Christmas crafts, and it has strong Amsterdam vibes, and I love the quirkiness of it. These will make great stamped ephemera. I love this bow stamp set so much. I was torn between getting the die set or the stamp set because they had both and they were very similar, but I think I made the right choice. I bought 3 paper pads because they were such a steal at $6.99 each. I couldn't pass it up. So this one called to me because it has really strong summer vibes and I like that. And it has my lucky fruit, which are oranges. Friends, I'm not crazy, but every time I've been down or doubting or going through a super stressful time, oranges will magically appear, like randomly in movies I'm watching or commercials, or there are orange peels on a sidewalk where I'm walking, or I'll just randomly look to my left or over my shoulder, and somewhere there will be an orange or an orange painting. Not the color orange, but the actual orange fruit. It's like God's telling me that He's there and it's going to be okay. The second paper pad had a very luxurious feel to it, very like Great Gatsby. I love the swans and the gold foiling. It was just so stunning. I loved it. And then the last paper pad I got had a witchy kind of vibe. I love the deep burgundies and the deep jewel tones. This is perfect for fall, but sometimes this style scares me. I'm such a scaredy cat sometimes. Like some Halloween stuff is just too much for me. I really like cutesy things, but this pad had vibes I could definitely handle and might be good for Halloween crafts. I'm giving away 2 6x9 envelopes that will be packed with goodies from my Michael's haul. To be the second winner, just leave a comment on this video that says, I loved these stash building tips. This way I'm going to be able to tell who actually wants to be a part of the giveaway and who's just saying hi in the comments, which I also love. And then I'll randomly pick a winner 1 week from publish date. Okay, so as I'm stamping, I wanted to share about my desire to be a more eco-friendly crafter. A few years ago, I read The Overstory by Richard Powers. It's a book about 9 strangers whose lives are connected, intertwined by trees. And for months, and even to this day, I think about this book and I think about trees a lot. I live in the forest. And so, yeah, I'm just constantly surrounded by trees. But yeah, I just wanted to be a more mindful crafter and be mindful of the paper that I use. So for example, when I stamp, I want to remember to stamp close to the edge of the paper so that I can get the most out of it, and to pack the page with stamped images and not leave any huge gaps. This is why I love using scraps and why I try to find ways to make sure that no paper scraps get left behind. I ended up dropping my stamp block here because I didn't have a good grip on it and I was rushing, but don't worry, I'm going to make sure that both winners get some good stamped images. But also let me tell you about my favorite stamp pack. I used to use baby wipes to clean my stamps after using them, but the very best stamp cleaner I've found is a microfiber cloth. It cleans your stamp thoroughly and effortlessly. Just a few wipes and you're done. I love it. Next, I wanted to stamp the bows onto patterned cardstock because once you fussy cut the stamped images, you have something that resembles like printed ephemera. Stamping on patterned paper really gives new life to your stamps. The stamped bows look so different stamped on solid cardstock versus patterned cardstock. And these would also look amazing stamped on vellum, either heat embossed with gold embossing powder or stamped in white or even just stamped in black. On vellum, I think it would be so classy and timeless and beautiful. Another tip for more sustainable crafting is to not buy white cardstock anymore. So instead, use the backside of single-sided pattern paper. And this is a great way to use up pattern paper that you don't really love anymore. Some designs just don't age well, and this one's actually still pretty cute, this design, but I don't remember the paper being so yellow. So I'm going to be using the back side of this to stamp a bunch of little Amsterdam houses with that stamp set that I bought, which is going to be super duper cute. I honestly can't wait for the winners to receive their prize packs. I hope they love them because it's so much fun doing this for them. So next, I'm going to include as many of these pattern papers as I can possibly fit in a 6x9 envelope, and I'm also going to include some of the designs from the Swan paper pad. I would love to send one of each paper design, but postage would be outrageous for that, and also really heavy. I'd probably need a box, but anyway. Tell me what types of crafts you envision for this pattern paper. Like, do you see a junk journal or would you do like pen pal mail, planner dividers? What do you see? Also, after this session, I am in desperate need of a blade replacement for my paper trimmer. And I don't know where I bought this. It's a Paper Source brand, I think. And I think that might be from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, I'm gonna need some blades. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Hopefully I can find some like standard blades that fit this paper trimmer because I really like it. But yeah, it's just, oh, the edges are the worst when they're like frayed, you know? Frayed and like ragged. So apologies to the recipients for getting some raggedy edges on these paper designs. Now it's time to die cut these lacy trims from white cardstock. I'm going to give 2 sets of each of these die cuts to the winners. I had a heck of a time trying to find my die cutting plates, platforms. Like I could not find them anywhere. I also can't find my pokey tool. And these two things are essential for die cutting. Anywho, I was skeptical about the quality of these dies because sometimes when dies are intricate, they don't cut through the paper very well, but these actually did very well. Like, I'm really impressed by them. But if you're having trouble die cutting an intricate wafer thin die, there's 3 things that you can try to get clean die cuts. So the first is try cutting the die at an angle to get the die cut roller, so the roller in the die cutting machine to get that pressure distributed in a different way. The second is to add a shim, and a shim is just an additional layer like a thick cardstock or maybe even like a piece of thin-ish kind of cardboard. So you would put that on top of the die when you're rolling it through just to create more cutting pressure. And the third tip is to get yourself a magnetic pad, the magnetic platform from Sizzix. These add more cutting pressure and are perfect for die cutting intricate dies. And I can't find my magnetic platform either. I know it's somewhere. It's just, yeah, who knows where it is. I'll find it. Okay, that's it, friends. If you want to enter the giveaway, just comment, I love these stash building tips. And if you want a second chance to win, go to the Michael Shop With Me video and enter there. Have a good one and see you soon. Bye.